From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Thursday, December 4th, 2025.
This is Christina Hall with the Detroit Free Press. The Michigan Health Department is encouraging residents to get a flu shot, which public health officials say will help protect against a new variant of the virus. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says that influenza activity is on the rise across the country, including in Michigan, and vaccination is an important tool for prevention of serious illness. It recommends all eligible persons age 6 months and older to get an annual flu shot. According to the Michigan Respiratory Virus Immunization Statewide Summary, influenza vaccine coverage in Michigan for the 2025-26 season is low. A check this week indicates a little more than 2 million people in Michigan are vaccinated for influenza for the 2025-26 season, about 21%, or 1 in 5 residents. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 36% of children and 39% of adults age 18 and older, including nearly 60% of adults over age 65 have reported receiving a flu shot in the U.S. as of December 1st. While seasonal influenza activity remains low nationally, it says it is increasing in children and young adults. Michigan public health officials say the new influenza H3N2 strain, the variant subclad K, is spreading quickly. They said the H3N2 strain tends to cause more severe illness than the H1N1 influenza subtype, with Michigan typically seeing circulation of both strains during each flu season. Despite the new variant, vaccine effectiveness estimates from the United Kingdom show that this season's flu vaccine provides protection and reduces serious outcomes. It says the most recent UK flu cases are caused by the H3N2 strain, and the majority of tested samples showed the newer version of that strain.
I'm Dante Bedingfield for the Detroit Free Press. The inspiring sound of soaring arias will fill Little Caesars Arena this Sunday, December 7th, when music superstar Andrea Bocelli returns to Detroit for a holiday concert as only he can deliver. 2024 marked a milestone for Bocelli as he celebrated 30 years of an iconic career. The year saw the release of his Duets album, which topped the classical music charts and featured cherished collaborations with stars like Ed Sheeran, Celine Dion, and Luciano Pavarotti, alongside new recordings with Shania Twain, Chris Stapleton, Karol G, and others. Bocelli also debuted a concert film, Andrea Bocelli 30, The Celebration, capturing his 3-day July event in Italy. The film is airing on PBS stations across all tour markets.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Keith Matheny. The Neverlanding has landed. A Canadian man's nearly 70-foot homemade houseboat, dubbed Neverlanding, a wooden-frame modular building on a platform of barrels and motorized, captivated gawkers on the St. Clair River and southern Lake Huron late last month and developed a fan following on social media. A Facebook fan page called Neverlanding, the Houseboat of Dreams, has nearly 14,000 followers. But all great adventures must come to an end, especially when they involve homemade houseboats on barrels, the Great Lakes, and the onset of wintry weather. Huron County Sheriff Kelly Hansen said the Neverlanding made it to Port Austin in Michigan's Thumb early Tuesday, December 2nd, and the boat's builder and pilot, Stephen Milray of Harrow, Ontario, Canada, indicated he was exhausted and rethinking his plan to motor up Lake Huron through the Straits of Mackinac and down Lake Michigan to be in Chicago by Christmas. The houseboat was hauled up to the beach at Port Austin's harbor with the help of some local volunteer contractors. It will likely have to sit there until spring and the turn of the weather, and then perhaps the Neverlanding's adventures will begin anew.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.